It's late when I'm recording this, but well, I haven't done any like Sunday Rails for entire week, and unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get to do any more Sunday Rails for a week. So I figured might as well do at least one. All right, so the Deaths of Daemonheim. The Deaths of Daemonheim is a very vaguely RuneScape dungeoneering-inspired roguelike dungeon crawler, which was created in 7 days as part of the 2025 7DRL Challenge. It features 10 levels of dungeon to fight through as you scavenge and craft your equipment. You and the denizens of the dungeon can tune your attacks to certain elements, which gives them additional effects. It was written in C3 and uses Raylib. I was only able to provide a pre-built version for Windows, but Mac and Linux should work if you build and run from the source. The source code is available at GitHub, Technical File, Sunderl 2025. Well, I'm going to be doing this on Windows, so we'll see how this basically goes. It looks like it's got an ASCII as well as a tile version, so that'll be interesting to see. Hopefully it's helped too, so here we go. Huh. AVG event pop up. That's interesting. Alright, so scroll to weight on text mode, sprite. Controls, move up, move down, move left, move right. So you got up, down, left, right. I think it's also keypad if you want to use the keypad. Interesting they don't have these keys here, but I guess you can sort of set them if you want to. Diagonal up, diagonal down with left shift and left control. That's for keyboard users on the laptop, I guess. Cancel escape, wait with space. Attune with A, drop with D, equip with E, exam with X, grab with G, use with F, quaff with Q, zap with Z. So, we got ourselves our full alphabet soup type of traditional rogue here. Equipment tab is U, inventory tab is I, spellbook tab is O, and skills tab is P. Interesting. Why is this not C? Well, I can change them, so that's nice to see. And this is sort of throw it out there. This is probably going to be, keypad 7. So yeah, numeric keyboard if you want to use numpads like that. It's all there. Whatever. O and P. I'm fine with that. Toggle zoom with the left alt, right alt. Toggle text mode with F1. So that's basically for ask you want. So text mode sprite or text. So yeah, there's set to what you basically want it to be. So F1 doesn't work here. Oh well. Press escape to go back. Okay, that works. I should probably full screen this a little bit. This is just full screen key in there. So it's created for Sunderl 2025. Programming is by Technical File. Art by Pepper. Probably should actually check this here. So yeah, it's by one person here. Start the game. Tutorial. Thanks for playing. Controls are as follows. Up, down, left, right to move. Pick up lines with G. Toggle asking move with F1. Other actions are context sensitive. See the shortcuts at the bottom of the sidebar. You can also move and interact with things with the mouse. Rations, heal health, good luck. Escape, click here or press escape to close this window. Now, I wonder basically if changing the settings will actually change this text here or not, but whatever. You descend into the dust of Daemonheim. My attunement is none. I got health of 10. I'm on floor 1. There's my equip, my inventory, attune, and skill. And if I basically press C. You know what? I just know this says C, so I think that would have been S if it wasn't for inventory. So that's interesting. There's our ASCII mode if you want ASCII mode. And interesting. So it keeps centered on your character. There's a trader here if I want to obviously buy stuff. Do I have any money? I can't really tell. Grab items, earth ruin, pickaxe, rations, and coins. I'm a little bit annoyed by the way that basically pressing A will basically get rid of everything in by the way. So yeah, like, you know, you grab A, like, you know, grab that. I kind of prefer when, like, you know, you have windows like this, you basically press, like, you know, A, but it eliminates the A, like, you know, let's have like B, C, and everything still there, but whatever. Okay, so I can buy stuff here. It's not grayed out anymore. We have Earth Ruin, Pickaxe, Rations, Coin, Rusty Sword, Blank Ruin, Ration, Air Ruin, and Pickaxe. And I can buy more stuff, but oh, let's buy an axe. So we got ourselves an axe. Okay. Okay, so I equip stuff. So let's equip the Rusty Sword. And if we go to, you know, here, basically says weapon. So I got range, -5, damage 40, defense 5, accuracy 5. Now, I'll note that this basically very much reminds me of, like, you know, is it Caverns of Exium by, like, you know, the YouTuber Roglove or Ultima, or what do you want to basically call them. Basically, like, you know, each of these keys, like, you know, corresponds to a menu, so you have to basically like, cycle through them to basically get what you need to. Let's just get going. Is there a look command? Yes, there's a, oh, that's examine item, that's not what I want. So I can examine stuff. So there's like my Earth Ruin. Pickaxe. You go in through the door. So the Goblin Archer misses me. The Hobgoblin hits me. So this is the Goblin Archer right here. You hit and kill the Goblin Archer. You've reached level 2 melee. Alright, so we got ourselves a health potion. I guess he didn't get around to, like, you know, making these things actually do stuff, so whatever. Use health potion on, select an inventory or bump into target. How do you use it on yourself? You know what I have to do? I have to quaff it. So you drink the potion, it heals some health. So I healed myself up. Got myself a key. So yeah, I don't see there's like an examine, like, you know, other stuff, which is kind of annoying. That creates empty. You chop down a tree. You have reached level 3 in woodcutting. So basically, if you have like RuneScape, by the way, is that like in RuneScape you can actually get, like, you know, skills by basically doing actions. So if you fish, you're basically getting fishing. If you cut wood, you're getting wood cutting. So yeah, you see my wood cutting basically going up there. There's stuff in this one, so search this, and we'll grab the stuff. Nothing interesting happens. I bet that's a campfire, by the way, so if I actually use... Nothing interesting happens. Alright, well, we have logs. Okay, we got some more hobgoblins to deal with. The archer misses me. So I reached a little bit of, like, you know, stuff here. I might die here, unfortunately. So yeah, basically our HP's down to 1. Yeah, you've been defeated. So turns 122, distance travel 110, monsters killed 4. There's the damage it took. I'll have to figure out how runes basically work. It's not very much like, you know, tutorializing like how you basically do stuff. So that's like, you know, kind of a negative. You need to sort of explain that, but whatever. Time spent 0, time spent rooted 0, doors open 2. I'll have to figure out how ore mining basically works if I can find something to, you know, ore mine. And yes, I'll play again. Like, I know what RuneScape basically is, but I'm not sure like how runecrafting and stuff like that works, so that could be a lot better. Okay, I got the bow. I wonder if I can use fire stuff at range with the bow, if that works. Earth Ruin and Water Ruin, maybe. Nothing happens. Yeah, I'm not sure how, like, that stuff works, so. Okay, how do I fire the bow? It's great to have a bow, but how do I fire it? Equip the rusty sword then. The bandit hits me. Reach a little bit melee. Okay, so the bandit killed me just, right there. No, I'm not going to play again. I want to basically see if I can get, like, more details from this here. So settings. Maybe I have to use a tune to basically like tune runes or stuff like that. I should probably check out the spellbook and the skills too, so. So there's a tune. A tune spell. I'll probably have to pick up first here, so let's pick it all up. Alright, I can tune stuff maybe, so let's go tune water maybe. Here's our skills, by the way. So you can see like what my skills basically are. I got melee 1 of 1, range 1 of 1, magic 1 of 1, defense 1 of 1, hit points of 10 of 10, mining 1 of 1, smithing 1 of 1, woodcutting 1 of 1. Now the idea of like RuneScape is that you can actually like craft and like build like your equipment and stuff like that, but probably wouldn't be a good idea for your weapon, so let's not do that. That's what Zed did, by the way. Just maybe you press like Z to use our thing. Oh, pressing escape brings me over here. Cool. Here, kill the goblin. It's kind of annoying how it keeps knocking me back, but whatever. There's no orchard available in this rock, so we can't do anything. You need an axe to chop down a tree, so that's a thing. Okay, now my tune's Earth. Like, there is the biggest problem we basically got here is that, like, you know, I know what RuneScape is. I probably played it, like, you know, last millennia, so to speak. I don't remember anything about that game, so I don't know really how to play, is the thing here. And I've been defeated, so yeah, play again. We got a staff. Can I zap the staff? There's a health potion I can buy here if I want. Chaos ruins, air, you know, stuff. Novite leggings. All the other stuff here. Let's buy this. Okay, the undead. Can I go back? Yes, I can. So I can actually avoid that if I don't want to go into it. These look like slimes. So you missed a slime. You hit the slime. How good is their AI here, I wonder? Okay, it's somewhat good. Cool, we can, you know, mine a little bit, grab some stuff here. So you can smith, you can smelt. So you smelt the ore into the ingot. Cool. We got ourselves some Novite ingots I can basically smelt with. Smelt some more, smelt some more. So we got 5 ingots, very nice. I got myself a hood. See, I think you can fire a staves is the thing. Here's smithing. So if I want to make myself a Novite sword, or Novite staff, or Novite bow. There's also like Fractite and, you know, Promethean if we basically get up that part, but, you know, whatever. Let's go with this. And we'll equip the Novite sword. I'm tempted to get a bow, but let's just try and, like, you know, grab this for now. So I got myself a Novite staff and a leather hood. So I have to go through the skeletons. So you hit the skeleton. You hit the skeleton, because, you know, I'm attacking it. Cool. I like how I can basically use my mouse to actually select stuff if I want to. So there's mouse like controls and stuff. You hit the skeleton. You miss the skeleton. So that's a ghost over there. You actually like mouse control this stuff to basically see what it's all about. Like it's... oops. I really don't like the fact they have mouse controls for anything in this game, but you do, I guess. So, yes, mouse controls. You can use mouse controls to, like, to skip your turn. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of mouse controls, but oh well. Let's just do this. So Alt. So this is like 2 zoom levels. That's all it is. I think I'm very dead here. Quaff fast. You can actually click on stuff to sort of like use if you want to. You can do that as well. We want earth. They look like they're water. Air. Hey, my XP went up. Very nice. I died. Okay, we got ourselves a bow here I can use to try and, like, you know, maybe see if I can fire with it. We got ourselves an anvil here if I basically find something to smith with. Didn't find anything to buy, you know, for coins wise, but oh well. Press X, H. So some ghosts here. See, I can actually hit these guys with, like, you know, the bow. I use Z. So that's basically the thing. Hit the ghost. Another big problem we got here is the fact that the game's kind of hard because, you know, well, it could just be the fact that I don't know how to tune out this, but it's causing me the issues, but, you know, whatever. It could be a good game if I knew, like, how to play, but I don't, so that's the Daemonheim. It's probably doing something different, but, you know, not much more to say than that, so take care.